Next up, I'd like to introduce you to Christine Yee. She's the co-founder and chief brand officer of Potli. It's a premium cannabis and hemp-infused ingredients company where she oversees all things brand identity and strategy. She was formerly a strategy manager for Asana Inc.'s premium segment and management consultant at PwC. Potli was started in 2018. They have 340,000 in revenues to date, 3 employees. They've got $250,000 raised with another 450 committed. Congratulations on that, Christine, and welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, Julie. And thanks to everybody who's listening on. I think I'm second to last to present. So I've certainly enjoyed listening to all the other entrepreneurs and getting some good ideas as well. So let me just share my screen and get right into it. And here we go. So hi, everybody. My name is Christine. I'm the co-founder of Potli. And at Potli, we're creating both hemp and cannabis-infused ingredients like honey, olive oil, chili oil, apple cider vinegar. We just launched a sriracha earlier this year. And we're all about creating healthy, super integratable edibles products. And for us, nothing is more integratable than ingredients because you can really mimic and alter whichever way you would like to be consuming cannabis and truly integrate it into the day-to-day things that you're already consuming. So for us, we really want to bring the maker out in everybody and really emphasize this intentionality of functional foods. My co-founder and I are both Asian American, and we really grew up with the idea of food as medicine. And so to us, this direct translation of that is Potli and creating infused ingredients for really the everyday life. The two of us met as randomly paired roommates freshman year of college, despite the fact that we're both from the East Bay area. We went to BU together, and my experience since then has been within the consulting and strategy space, working with brands all throughout different stages of their life cycles and helping create growth-based strategies, whether that's initiatives like launching subscription programs or same-day deliveries or new product lines. And Felicity, my co-founder, is a third-generation food manufacturer, so her parents have been in the specialty sauces and spices category for many, many years, and brings in that supply chain background. And since graduating, she's been working in the food tech space, really thinking through how to get consumers to eat food in new and different ways that they're not used to. So we really balance each other out in that way. Our story really starts with our honey, which is our most popular product today and continues to be our most popular product. Felicity's father had started beekeeping on behalf of her mom, who was asthmatic and was consuming hyperlocal honey to help with her symptoms. And we just found that it was the perfect avenue for cannabis. We are constantly thinking about our super conservative Asian immigrant mothers and whether or not we're creating products that even they would like to try. And honey in ancient Ayurvedic medicine is considered yoga vahi, or the most powerful vessel for herbal remedies. So to us, that was really the best form factor to go forward. So we started this as a passion project in 2017. Both of us were working our respective jobs. In 2018, we got our licenses in manufacturing and distribution, which continues to be one of our key differentiators. We're a small brand and we're growing, but we're not co-packing or anything. We produce everything ourselves. We have 2 fully built out manufacturing facilities for both the hemp side of the business and the cannabis side of the business respectively. And so we can really own that channel and own our margins as well. Our hemp CBD line started in 2018 and we have been growing since then. So we started out cannabis first and have been expanding into other avenues. And given that we have both our manufacturing and distribution licenses, this really allows us to expand really quickly and launch products in a fast way. And we're all about sourcing local ingredients from California. We think that consumers have this perception of edibles where if something doesn't taste bad, that means it's good. And we fundamentally think that that's wrong and that people should have a higher standards for the foods that they're putting into their bodies. So the key psychographics of our customers are really that we do a great job of hitting the canna curious market. They look at our packaging, they look at our form factors, and they think these are things that I know how to use and I'm comfortable using. Nothing is more rewarding to us when we see how people have really had the quality of their lives improved by using our products. But we also resonate with this kind of experienced user because they look at our ingredients as a super accurate way to dose the creations that they're already making. And it's like a fun, entertaining gift, kind of like a party trick to pull out. And we're really fundamentally rooted in things like recipes. And this is some of our community. We do really great with user-generated content because we're not just a package that you unwrap and consume. The end result of how everybody's consuming our products is different. And so all of our organic growth has really been fueled by that. We have 4 different ways we make money. Selling to dispensaries, we're in about 50 so far. Hemp CBD retailers as well, all throughout the country. We sell direct to consumer on potlishop.com. And then because we own our own licenses, we actually use them and our facilities as platforms for other emerging brands. And that really gives us platform potential going forward. MedMen, Erewhon, Equinox are some of the brands that we partner with that you may have heard of. We're currently doing about $20,000 to $30,000 in revenue per month, but we're scaling that quickly and we're confident about our growth. We're trying to hit about $100,000 a month by early next year. And we're raising $1 million on our safe note. We have, as Julie mentioned, 2/3 of that already committed or cashed in, so to speak. And we're looking for other partners who really understand the space, really understand this vision of us trying to create the new category of healthy edibles. So with that, I'd love to answer any questions.
Fantastic, thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Nick first, see if you have any questions.
Absolutely, Christine, thanks for the presentation. California's a state, I think we've probably done 150 licenses down there for clients and partners and investments. So I really like the space, even though tax rate's a little too high, some things are a little problematic, and many municipalities haven't opted in. Congrats on the initial successes. It's always hard, like those first revenue, getting the licenses, compliant facilities, Bureau of Cannabis Control, for your distribution license, and then you also have the BCC for your distribution. Doing your own distribution is critical. Like if you don't have distribution, best products in the world, what's the point? So as you're scaling this, $20,000, $30,000 a month. Like I remember my first part-time job. Just kidding. It's a good start. In California now, if you're in 50 dispensaries, you've probably gotten taken advantage of on some shelf scale contracts. You've got your wholesale distribution on your CBD side, very smart on the WISE like 2-structure model, so you can get interstate commerce done on that other side. Kind of like my presentation earlier, remember like compliant labels. But how are you going to do more? Like, how are you going to take over California and take over the world? Because a good brand that's using like locally sourced ingredients, like I can maybe use your California-based honey for some Massachusetts adult use infused things. If you like your secret sauce, how to infuse the honey and so forth. But what are your expansion plans when it comes to either brand licensing, new market acquisitions, or sometimes paying that 15% potentially with some of the big distribution players in Cali to get into like 200 stores here by like, let's say the end of the year?
Yeah, definitely. Distribution's a hard game, as you pointed out. We are self-distributing in that we're doing the sales ourselves on the cannabis side, but we do have a logistics distribution partner that we work with here in California on the cannabis side. We're really just getting started. If you look at the dispensaries that we're in, the average lifetime of the account relationship and how long it's matured is really just 5 months. And so for a lot of our dispensaries, Apothecarium being a big San Francisco based chain that we got into late February, right before COVID hit. So really our main growth vehicle for this year on the cannabis side is increasing those account values. And that's something that we haven't been able to do. So we definitely want to increase account values. We think that our brand really is probably a good fit for 150 dispensaries in California. Realistically, not that many more past that. I know like ideally we'd be in 500, but it's just not the case for us, but that's fine. We know it. We have started thinking a little bit about state-by-state expansion from a licensing perspective. And so we have spoken to a few operating partners within the Illinois market, and we are starting to explore that, but really trying to take it slow until we've expanded into California as much as we possibly can. On
a quick kind of clarification too. So you're doing $1 million round through that platform. You've done about 600 plus K. So you got like 300 plus K on the table still. What was the valuation you were setting like that first?
It's a $5 million pre-money cap. Yeah, on a safe note. And then on the hemp CBD side, I actually think that that distribution channel is really interesting in that, even though we're a food product and we sell in grocers like Erewhon, we're not like a UNFI, KeHE Fit necessarily just yet. We do think that there's going to be a large player that's going to come around, but we have no concern scaling when it comes from a sourcing perspective. Yes, our story is rooted in having our own bees and having our own hives, but we have access to a network of really great ingredients within California. And my co-founder's family is really well-versed in scaling businesses at a national level and a global level as well. So they ship internationally, and we've really leaned on their operating chops for that.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm afraid we are out of time, so we can't get another judge in for a question for you, but thank you, Christine.
Okay, thank you so much.